Hi, welcome to Dive Gear Reviews. Today I'll be reviewing the Cathx Ocean Euphos handheld dive light. It's 1250 lumens in power. It has four different brightness settings. I'll cycle through them just after. It's depth rated, CE rated to a depth of 250 meters. You might be able to see on the video there. It's sealed for life. The charging is done through the casing on these two base pins. So you don't have to worry about leakages. There's never any issue of opening the torch. You'll never need to. It's run off these 7 very large LEDs sunken in the housing, the head of the torch, protected by this outer neck. The operation of the torch is controlled by this magnetic collar. There are no buttons on the outside of the torch, so as soon as you get it out the box you might be a little unfamiliar with just how this works. So hopefully I'm going to be able to demonstrate this to you shortly in the video. I've taken the liberty of adding this very clunky and loud stainless steel clip and attach it to a lanyard. There are 2 lanyard holds. I'd really recommend you do that before taking it diving, because you certainly don't want to lose this. It retails at about £400 now, and it's really worth its money. It might seem expensive, but you get a lot of quality for your money. The actual outer body is it's quite a heavy torch. It's made of anodized aluminium with a Teflon coating. It's really tough, and you could really abuse this torch and it'll stand up to the test, but I won't be doing it. It's a thing of beauty to me. What you'll see is when I operate the torch, it'll go through this traffic light sequence of green and then amber and then red, and that just indicates that the torch is in locked mode. If you put it in taking it in transit to a dive site, or you're taking it abroad and you want to put it in your luggage case, just if it accidentally gets knocked, it can't turn on, so there's no risk of running the batteries down or the torch overheating or anything like that. But if you keep it in this locked mode, really easy to operate. And to break the lock mode, which you might get it from straight away in transit, when it'll be shipped to you, it'll probably come in this locked mode. So what you want to do is break the lock mode by just holding to the left for about a second, and what you see is the traffic light sequence will end, and it'll go off. So I'm going to turn it on now by just rotating to the right. So just put your thumb between any of these grooves, just turn to the right. Now it comes on a medium power. It's very bright. I mean, I'm filming in daylight right now, and you'll see that 600 lumens is still very powerful. So I'm on about half power now. So we're going to go up to the 3rd highest setting. So it's on about 900 lumens now, and then full power. So this is 4. So I don't want to blind you. So we're going to scale down again. Just rotate to the left to turn the power down, and now we're on the lowest power. When you get to the lowest power, if you rotate again to the left, just one touch, you might see a brief flash, and that will just indicate that you've reached the lowest power setting. So if we scroll up again, it's 2, 3, and then the highest on output on 4. If you turn to the right and hold it for 1 second, you'll enter strobe mode. It'll flash every couple of seconds. If you hold again for about 1 second to the right, you should enter SOS mode. I didn't hold quite long enough there, so hold it again. SOS mode, which is rather useful if you ever get separated or need to get anyone's attention when you're out at sea. So let's go down again to the left. It says SOS mode every 10 seconds, something like that. So we're going to scroll down to the left. So you've got to break it, so you've got to hold to the left 1 second. So we're back on the highest power setting, and we're going to scroll back down. Now we're on 3, 2, 1, and then to put it in lock mode, we simply hold to the left. What you'll have is an indication based on colour of just how your battery is doing. So you've got it on green at the moment. If I'd run this torch for any longer, you might get it into amber and then eventually red, indicating that you need to put it on charge. Charge time is 3.5 hours. Now to put it into lock mode, simply click once and then hold for 1 second to the left, and now you've put it into lock mode, so it's ready for transit. I think it's a really fantastic torch, definitely worth the money. Extremely tough. It weighs, say, about 700 grams. It feels more like a kilo, but it's definitely worth it. It's as strong as most canister lights out there, so you could really save some money when you're going abroad, that sort of thing. I definitely want to look after it. You don't want to lose this, so clip it onto your BCD or your wing using a really strong clip. If I could say anything on the negative side, is maybe slightly heavy, and price-wise, it's probably out of many recreational users' budget, but it's definitely worth it. It was designed for commercial industrial use. As I say, depth rated to 250 meters, so it's probably more than you'll ever need. and really fantastic torch. The packaging left a little bit to be desired. It's really when you see the product for yourself and hold it in your hands, you can see it really is a high quality product, and it's deserving of a better case than the cardboard style that it came in. It definitely doesn't need any protection in transit, but just out of courtesy to the quality of the product, it could do with a little bit better. I'm sure you can ship they ship mag lights in hard cases now, and you know, just for sake of protecting the glass and the LEDs and that sort of thing, I'd want a little bit better cover for the money. The glass on the front isn't actually glass, it's a high impact acrylic, which supposedly, according to Cathx Ocean, outperforms glass at depth, which certainly seems tough. I wouldn't want to scratch it. It's probably scratch resistant, and unfortunately you can't really put a cover over the head of this because you'd lose it while you were diving, or you know, you'd forget to take it off and burn it. You can use it out of the water for a while, but its circuitry is auto shuts off for thermal protection, so if you run it on the highest power settings, it will eventually turn itself off, which is no real bother. Just don't run it on 1250 lumens of power for too long. And overall, fantastic torch. I'm glad I don't need more than one at the cost, but really you should have no issues with this. It's guaranteed for 300 charge cycles. I think it's a lithium-ion battery, really heavy battery pack. Charge time is 3.5 hours, and you get 75 minutes on full power, which 75 minutes on 1250 lumen is still pretty whopping. 150 minutes on 600 lumen, so all your working sort of power. It's one-hand operation as well, which is both a blessing and a curse, really. Especially, I could see problems occurring if you were really knocked or something like that, and you forgot the sequences, and you were clicking and pressing and you couldn't break the lock. That's only one sort of flaw that I could come up with. It's not idiot proof, but you do have to get used to this sequence. But once you know it, it'll become second nature. Simple on off, turn it off, and lock. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review. Give it a thumbs up. Thanks.